Yo, welcome to another episode of Unpredictable Thoughts Podcast. Your boy Trouble's in the building, doing the damn thing, not doing nothing at all, but sipping slow.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
turn up. Want to give a shout out to Crown Royal Apple.
Always.
Make sure you don't drink and drive. Drive and drink.
Don't drink and drive. That's dangerous.
Drake?
Drake, yes.
What do you mean?
Like listening to Drake while you drinking and drive. That is
Oh.
dangerous.
It really is.
You end up at your ex house.
Pulling up. Where you at? Oh God. Yeah, no. I did that once.
You tripping.
You know. But I'm not even like that though. Like it's not even my character, but like it's a long story.
It was
like,
the drink, wasn't it? We gonna blame
I wasn't even drinking. Yeah.
Alright, so we don't have no excuse for that.
Yeah, it's no
Sorry.
excuse for that. But it's not even my character to even pull up. But it was something was said in the past. It was like, well, you know, basically if something's wrong with your girl, you should come see what's wrong with her.
Alright, so you did the pull up move. How did that work?
Out,
Now I'm curious. How did that work out?
It ain't work. A nigga single now. But yeah, so I was like, oh, but it's like I said, it's never my character, so I never done that shit before.
Makes sense.
Just because I always thought bad shit would happen.
Yeah.
And look what
Like
happened.
you said, you single now.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's okay. We live and we learn.
We do. We
We
live.
move on. So what's today? It's Thursday. We almost done with this week.
Yeah.
Sheesh. I'm making it. I'm barely making it.
If y'all don't know, familiar voice. Hopefully, episode 55, designing agent. We got Maiya in the building.
I'm back, y'all.
Hey, she gonna be my co-host.
I'm excited to be here. This is fun. This is definitely fun.
Yeah, this is the co-host. I was getting numerous phone calls and text messages.
Ain't nobody call me.
Like, yo, you need to have her back on.
So here I am, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Yeah. For future episodes as well. And they were like, and the one question I was asking, I was like, yo, so based on that conversation, how long you think I known her? Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, probably for some months.
Nah. No, like that was our I guess you could say second interaction. The first time was with your hat.
Yeah, I had you try.
But that was very brief. So it wasn't until that time we actually sat down, had a conversation, and we actually vibed. So we hadn't known each other long. But that's good. That's good chemistry.
Yeah.
So I ain't mad at it.
I ain't mad at it at all either. I need to get these podcasts. I don't know, podcasts like therapeutic to me.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you talk about what you need to talk about. You get your message out there. You know, people listen. You get feedback. So it's all good.
Yeah, especially with all this mental health and
yes.
these words that we all put out.
We got a lot. We have a lot going on right now.
For everybody to seem cool and so woke. But, yeah.
People love the thought of being woke. But in all actuality, are you really woke? No.
You need to go to sleep.
So what do you think, like, being woke means?
I don't know.
Are you spiritually aware? Now, are you woke as far as, like, the government is concerned? Like, what? Like, what is your true definition of being woke? Because I know some people that are, you know, I guess you could say more spiritually connected than others. So, therefore, they claim that they're woke. And then we have some that are, you know, against the government and aware of, you know, all that's going on and what's happened behind closed doors between politicians. So, they feel like they're woke. So, like, what is your real definition of woke?
I have no idea because I couldn't know everything was going on behind the scenes in battle rap. Am I woke because of the battle rap stature? Like, I don't know. Like, damn it, yo. My phone been beaming
Metro
today.
booming.
And normally that should be so damn dry, but like
Metro
today it's
booming.
been going off.
Let
But
me
yeah,
find
when
out.
it comes to woke, I have no idea.
I mean,
We could all be aware, but it's just like new knowledge, and we should always be acquiring new knowledge at the end of the day.
that's true.
So it's like, are you really woke at that point?
That's a good question. That is,
Or do you claim that you're woke just because somebody else doesn't know?
But see, that's the
But
thing.
that's
Like,
life.
what are you really claiming to be woke of? That's a good question.
They try to say woke of knowledge, but that's gonna be as you
As
continue
you
living
continue,
life.
yeah, like you're not gonna know everything right now.
It's like you being woke, telling me you woke because you know about real estate. I'm like, okay, cool, and
Right.
shit, put me on. I'm gonna hit you up when I'm trying to buy a house. But other than that, I'm like,
I mean, hey, ignorance is bliss sometimes.
exactly, ignorance is bliss, and
'Cause I mean, hey, the more you know, the more you're a threat, and people don't like that.
and sometimes the more that you know, you could be unhappy.
That is very true. Oh my God, that is so true. Because I feel like it was something I was watching, and it was just like the man, he knew so much. Like, he knew what was going to happen. Like, he knew how stuff was going to end. Like, so therefore, he just lived his life in misery.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, like, it's no excitement anymore.
It's
It's
like,
no
what's the point
thrill.
of having a conversation with people if you know everything?
Right. Like, that's so dry. That's boring.
really
like,
is,
it's no
like-
excitement. So, so that's the topic of woke.
But we are going into. We are leaving May, so this is May 30th on a Thursday.
Yes.
Tomorrow will be May 31st.
May 31st, end of the month.
The end of the month. So if y'all listen to episode 56, Kicking It with Kia, she talked about her having lupus and also her being a teacher. And if you really listen to the whole damn episode, you heard that I'll be donating money to the Lupus Foundation of America. So
Shout out to you. Shout out to you for doing that.
yeah.
That's real noble.
So what I did was for the month of May, if for anybody that brought like any merchandise, I just gave them a lupus awareness pin, and I put up lupus facts or yeah. I ain't do a lot because I don't like being on social media like that. Like I can't even front. Like I hate posting, but I jug myself to do it, and kind of get awareness.
And it was for a good cause.
Yeah, it's for a good cause.
So big ups to you. Much respect to the man Troubles over here.
Hey, thank you. So we're moving into the month of June.
June.
Woo.
What sign is that?
It's starting Gemini season.
God. It is. It will be
The
Gemini
Dr.
season.
Jekyll, Mr. Hyde
Them
of
crazy
seasons.
motherfuckers. It's like, shout out to my Geminis. I know a few of y'all. I don't say I like y'all, but
Yeah,
I
I know a few. Shout out to Rob, from the Unjudged podcast. His birthday should be coming up. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy early B-Day, yo. Unjudged podcast. Make sure y'all listen to them.
Turn up one time for the one time.
One time for the one time. Month of June, I posted my book that I'm going to read.
Yes.
I'm trying to do a book a month. So the book that I'm going to do is called Unlearn.
Unlearned. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the behind the stories of it? What's it about,
Shit, I don't know yet, but I ain't read the shit. But
Well, you can do the preface real quick.
I don't do none of that. I just go in deep. But it's just basically unlearning stuff in life. Like,
that's cool.
yeah.
That's cool though.
Especially to do it at an age. I'm 28, so to do it now.
Yeah.
Why not?
I was listening to something and it was just like you will spend so much time trying to unlearn something the wrong way instead of paying with doing something the right way.
Ooh.
The first time. So it's just like it's like doubling up.
Yeah.
Like you doubling up work, like doubling up energy, because like everything you thought you learned and that you knew, now you have to reset yourself from what you learned and what you knew to being adjusted to, what you were actually supposed to be doing in the right place, the first place.
And I'd rather learn it now than learn it later. But at the same time, I always felt as though, one of my mottos in life is you gotta be teachable because you're not always right.
Absolutely.
So it's like, I think this book gonna put me over the edge. Like,
I'm curious. So once you read it, like let me know.
Yeah, I got it. Well, I'm gonna do the Audible. I don't got the mental discipline yet to be reading books. So
I was looking at Audible. Shout outs to Amazon, but that is expensive.
$10 a month.
Why I saw 15?
I don't know.
No, I'm cheap.
Maybe it is 15.
Nah, that thing
Maybe.
said $14.95 a month. Cause I like listening to podcasts like while I'm driving, and
Yeah.
I love books, so that's just my audio is up my alley. So I'm like, all right, let me check out Audible. Everyone keeps telling me about it. That joint said $14.95 a month.
Yikes. I know if you with plan, well, no, yo, if you with Planet
Which
Fitness,
I am.
you get 2 months free
That's lit.
all the way to August 31st.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'll
and you
do
get
that.
a $10 credit.
Oh, absolutely.
Clutch. See, I
Okay.
got
Put
you.
me
Hey,
on
y'all
with
learning.
that. Right, put me on with stuff.
Yeah.
So unlearn.
I learned.
Okay, so what are you expecting to get from this?
Just maybe to dig deep within myself. I mean, I always, like I said, I always been teachable.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of me, some of the stuff that's probably taught to me, let me relearn it. Let me unlearn it and relearn it again.
Okay.
I don't know. Because it's different. Because you learn stuff from like different people, basically people that you trust in a sense.
Right.
You know? So it's like maybe I could get another perspective of it.
Okay.
And can go from there.
That's
So,
a good way.
I don't know. Like I said, just always be teachable because you're not always right in life.
And that is that is people's hardest. Telling
Yeah.
somebody they wrong?
Yeah. But
Oh,
I'd
man.
rather be wrong than pay the price of not being right.
That's true.
Because you still be wrong. Then you got to pay some other shit.
But see, then you have to think of like, what you go through mentally. Ooh. Like that's a serious thing right there. Like, all right, so I've been doing it this way. I've learned this, and then now it's just like to find out all this time in your lifetime, like you've been wrong. Like imagine what you go through. Like you have to mentally like reset everything.
Yeah, but here's another one. The humble never stumbles.
Ah, I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. That's cool.
I'm
I
dropping
like that.
bars today. I'm dropping bars.
I like that. That was cool. The humble never stumbles.
Yeah, the humble never
I
stumbles.
mean, hey, and that's good. Just like you said, you have to be teachable. You have to be accepting of a lot of things too, and that's a lot of people's problems. They're not open to change.
Oh yeah.
So you get stuck in this mindset. And I guess, I mean, I've never been in that situation. I try to keep an open mind about everything.
Yeah.
So I can't speak on that because I don't know about it. But still, like, I'm pretty sure that's a hard thing to overcome.
Yeah, because with a mindset like that, you start to feel privileged, entitled. That's the word. You start to feel
Entitlement.
entitled about
That makes
certain
sense.
things, and like you just don't see things a different way, and it's like, oh fuck,
And that,
no.
oh God. And that just happened to a situation like I was in, like with a friend of mine. Like, we got into an altercation. I got you. No, not even. Yeah, we got into an altercation. Disagreement. Let's say that. We got into a disagreement.
Can you pass me that
There you go.
crown? Oh, yeah, we drink on the podcast. We don't know.
So we got into an
Shout out to
altercation.
Jones.
Who?
Jones and AC. I used to do the podcast when I was doing military topics,
Okay.
and we used to drink, and Crown was the drink of choice or whatnot. So shout out to you for continuing the Crown, because
Hey.
I've always had to switch alcohol. But go ahead, sorry.
But anyway, so it was a huge disagreement. It was basically just off of everyone has their own walk of life. Everyone has their own lens. People aren't going to see things how you see things. And so when you're
Perspective.
six, right, your six may be a 9. Like my
Ooh.
six, like it all depends. So basically, she told me it seems as though we will never come to an agreement because you will not admit fault.
You
Yes.
Virgo?
Yeah.
I thought we do.
First of all, I was in no wrong. And of course everybody was like, okay, yeah, she gonna feel like she wasn't in the wrong. But no, in my defense, I have my reasons for how I do things. And if you don't understand that or care to understand because you only see your point of view, it's no point in me going back and forth because in your eyes you always gonna be right.
So there's no compromise at the end
Nah.
of the day.
And if I see that that's all that you're concerned about, you're not really concerned in finding a resolution. You're more concerned of being right. Then why we got this friendship?
Oh,
It's
that's
not gonna
deep.
go nowhere.
That goes in.
It
That
does.
goes to relationships in life.
That's true.
Like friendships, relationships. Like you're worried about being wrong, or you're worried about wronging me and being right.
Mhm.
But like, we don't come to a
We need to
solid
compromise.
conclusion.
Absolutely. So at this point, where are we going?
Hey, what Jay Z say? This what happens when the family feuds.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah.
So, long story short, we are no longer friends.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, I love you from a distance. That's
Yeah.
all I can do.
Damn, that sucks. You ever think about maybe rekindling that friendship, or maybe seeing?
The conversation that I just reiterated was the rekindling.
Damn. So y'all already went out before,
Yes, this
and
is
then you
not the
tried
first
to. Oh,
time.
okay,
This
yeah.
is not the first time.
Because
No.
I always because as I get older, and like I said, just be teachable about certain things. People always claim like, well, I never go back to my ex. We'll just say ex for example. I never
Mhm.
go back to a friendship, blase, blase. And
Mhm.
I was like, I understand that people fall out,
Yeah.
but I feel as though it's always factors in everything. So it's
Mhm.
factors in life, and what
It's
I mean
two
by that,
sides to a
yeah, it's two
story.
sides of the story. So it's like, yo, do you really have you really held yourself accountable to maybe of you not really understanding that person's point of view of why y'all fall out? Now, if a nigga stole some shit, okay, then yeah, like, I understand
And all
niggas
right,
may be on,
we got beef.
yeah. But if it's like, yo, communication,
That's small
that's
stuff.
small, mind you.
That's
That's why
small
we have the
stuff.
word miscommunication.
Yes, it is a word for a reason.
Yeah,
But it's just
things can be fixed,
it can be. And
and the humble
honestly,
never
in my
stumbles.
personal opinion, the situation that we honestly got into the disagreement over was not that big in the first place.
Yeah,
But if you know somebody and you know how that person is, to avoid the beef, the situation, and drama, I'm gonna try to do that.
yeah,
But if it still arises, because at this point, I'm not gonna jeopardize who I am and my integrity for the sake of your feelings.
yeah. Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
not. I'm not. I mean, listen, you may not like this attitude, but you're gonna catch it. I'm
Damn.
sorry. I'm
Oh, you may
sorry.
not like this attitude, but you gonna catch
You
it.
gonna catch it. I'm
Woo!
sorry.
She throwing these bars. Hey, these young Virgo bars. Mm,
So, yeah, who knows? Maybe.
yeah. But as I got Maya in the building,
Hey.
so with her being my co-host,
My
co-hosted,
what? Yo, what?
her being my co-host, her being the co-host, her being on the podcast, damn, it's gonna be
Hey.
a joint effort. We gonna do this shit together. I want her to have her own segment, and if you really, really know me, I'm big on education and really helping people out.
Mhm.
So I was like, bam, why won't I just have her talk about, housing in a
That's what I
sense?
do.
Yeah,
That
that's
is what
that's what
I
she do.
do.
And then, hey, never know. Some people may hit you up and give you some information about some.
I'm
Yeah,
open. I'm here to be teachable.
yeah. Hey,
Teach
there we
me
go. That should be the
the theme.
the theme. That should be a word for goddamn
June
this year.
and this year.
Everybody talking about toxic and
Yes, I've been seeing so
all
much
of
about toxic.
yeah, I hate it. But toxic this, toxic that. Yo, the word should be teachable. How about
Teachable.
that?
I like that.
Be
I'm with you on
teachable.
that one. Be teachable. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, let's start a movement.
Start a movement. Hey, Dad has coming soon. But now I do want her to housing tips. You got any housing tips for us? Did you close out, or I may not be able to
Listen.
speak your lingo, but you know I'm going with it, so speak.
So, for those who don't know, we are in Baltimore City. And recently the city has had a ransomware attack. So a lot of stuff that us as realtors and agents needed to, do to get to closing, we was unable to do that because a lot of stuff was shut down. So, for instances, when you're going through the home buying process and you're going towards the end, like the title companies, they have to pull something called lien sheets. So that's just to check to see like your property is free and clear of any liens, like any water bills, any back taxes, anything of that nature is
Oh,
held.
yeah.
Yeah, so they was unable to pull that. So therefore, my transactions that I was supposed to close this month, I couldn't close. So of course that affected me financially. But by the
It's
grace
like
of
it's like
God, things
it's like
worked
the
out.
government shutdown.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty
Yeah.
much. So it's, I guess they are finding a way around it. My board has been keeping me updated on like what's going on, but as far as right now, and this has been going on since May 7th. We didn't actually find out until the 14th, which kind of pissed me off.
Oh yeah, they ain't gonna let you know they trying to keep on the wraps.
Exactly. And the thing that made me mad, my client told me about it. So
Damn.
I'm sitting over here looking like I don't know what I'm doing.
You goddamn befuddled, huh?
So
Like, this is preposterous.
right. The audacity. But
This is ludicrous.
but no, so I had to honestly it's just been like a waiting game. So some were stating that they were doing, like paperwork manually, and I mean that's more risk with that because
Oh, for real?
human errors.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to, close my 3 transactions I had this month. So that
Damn.
set me back.
Financial.
Of course. So with that, it's good to one have multiple streams of income. That's one thing I did learn from this little downfall. But that's just been like the main thing.
Mm.
But as far as you know the home buying process.
Either home buying or you could give us like a realtor tip. Like if
Okay.
anybody's a realtor.
So let's start with the most important thing of them all, which is credit.
Ooh.
People, make sure your credit is in the right place. Like, I have touched on this time and time again, but when these banks, these lenders, these loan officers, they go to look at you, they don't know nothing about your personality. All to them, all they see is what you've done on paper. That's all. They if you have a face-to-face interview with them, it does not matter. Credit, how you make your payments on time, how many accounts you have, how you manage your money is what matters. That's the end all and be all of it. And a lot of people don't take that as seriously. People open up credit cards and co-sign for this and do this and their family's name and friend name and oh, I can do this. I'm gonna do credit repair. Credit repair is not to downplay it or anything, but a lot of the money that you pay for credit repair, you could have paid to pay off them debts.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
I won't say it again, but my ex shit. Because we talked about credit before, and then next thing you know, she wound up like doing a quick Google search and fixed her credit her damn self for the free.
Exactly.
I forget the website, but
It's a
yeah.
lot. But I
But she
did the
did it for
same
free.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly did the same thing. Like, my debts were minor. And I did something called the snowball effect. I started with the smallest bills first, and I worked my way up to the bigger ones.
Oh.
So I'm knocking them out, disputing them. One tool I like to use is Credit Karma. Credit Karma lets me know when they report to the bureau. Let me know what's on my accounts, how to dispute charges. Like, I did a lot of my stuff myself. And right now, I'm at a 718.
Ooh, welcome to the 700 Club, baby.
I'm at a 718, and I'm progressively going up.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff, like, I will be hosting a credit repair workshop too.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
to say.
plug that in.
Just to say.
I know you posted that,
I
and then
did.
you.
Because I wanted to see what type of feedback and traction I would get, and a lot of people were interested. So right now I'm building the content and media for that because I want this to be a hands-on workshop. I just don't want to tell you stuff. I want you to download. I want you to read. I want you to take notes. I want you to list all your
Worksheets.
bits. Yes,
Yeah.
everything. I want to have all that laid out for my people, and it's only going to be to a select few. So limited spots available.
Shit, let me know. I mean, you don't gotta put me in there, but I do want to come out and see. Yeah.
I appreciate you.
That, yeah.
So no, like the steps I've taken, anybody can do. It's not hard. It's not rocket science, but people don't have the knowledge. And that's, like I said, I want to be a resource. I want to give as much knowledge as I can. So with credit, like I said, it's just mainly like who you are on paper.
Yeah.
And you want to present right, especially if you come up to me, your credit history not good, you don't make your payments on time, you only had credit for like 6 months. You think I'm gonna give you a $200,000 loan?
No. I
No.
don't even,
No.
equate. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I talked to my mother about this a lot when she was talking about buying her current house.
Mm-hmm.
They also look into how much you eat out, right?
They check your bank statements for like the past 2 years. They check to see if you had any insufficient funds.
Mm.
Um, withdrawals do count, but not as a heavy a factor as if like in insufficient funds.
Yeah.
That's the worst. So try to avoid those as much as possible, cause it's not a good look.
Live within or below your means, people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will get a loan and wind up being house poor.
Mm.
Like, what? That is a heavy term. House poor. You live in your house and that's all you can do. You house poor. all your
Got
money's
it.
all your money's going towards your house, and like granted you have a roof over your head, but you still gotta put food on your table. You still gotta put gas in your car. You
Yeah.
still gotta pay BG&E. That's why
BG&E knows what is best. Call on us.
I remember that commercial.
I'm that old.
I'm that old. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The memes been fire. If you follow some
All day
good
long.
people. Yeah.
But even just like even when you go for an apartment, they check to make sure that you can at least, I forgot the percentage, but they at least want to make sure you can cover the rent and your household bills. So they want to make sure you bring in a certain amount.
Oh, so
That's why they say like 3 times the monthly rent. 'Cause
Gotcha.
they want to make sure you can cover rent and your other expenses, because they don't want you to be house poor.
Got you. Hey, shout out to Jay-Z. Jay-Z said if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it.
Put it back. I had to put a Snickers back. I couldn't afford it.
So I had to put the Snickers back.
Couldn't afford it twice.
Hey.
Nope.
Let me put my gym membership back then, huh? I'm playing.
That $20 a month hurt. It hit different when you're a little broke.
It do. But hey, man, I've been hitting the gym crazy.
I ain't mad at you.
We
Stay
gonna get in
fit.
that. We gonna get in that later. We gonna get in that later. But I mean, is that so? Do they check how many times you go to eat out, and do they question that? Does that count against you?
Not really.
Oh, does it?
No, that's not like a huge factor.
Okay.
Nah. Like I said, mainly the main thing is the length of your credit history, the how many accounts you have open, and just your payment history. Like, I'm 100% on time.
My shit is
Always on time.
reoccurring.
Yeah. So, and that's good. And that's a good thing to get yourself into a system of.
Yeah.
Because that way you don't miss
Like,
a
y'all
beat.
niggas bad doing because I ain't trying to remember that.
Huh?
That's too much. Like,
You don't miss a beat. So
I
now.
need auto pay.
Right. I mean, everybody has day-to-day expenses. If you go out and eat, hey, that's your agenda. So what?
Oh, got it.
Nah. That's not penalty. You're not held liable for that.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, the main thing is the insufficient funds, and we've all been there.
Yeah.
So just try to avoid those at all costs. If you got to slide a little bit from the savings to the check-ins, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't make it look bad on paper, because
But
that'll
also
hold.
make sure you financially responsible as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you can't manage 1,000, you can't manage 10.
Yeah, you can't even flip 10 at that point.
At that point, I don't trust you.
You can't. What's some other topics we can go about? We talked about housing tips. Well, credit, since we still on credit.
Mm-hmm.
The Morehouse situation.
Ooh.
Ooh. So if y'all don't know, it was a billionaire, black billionaire.
Black. Hey
The
now.
double B's. You ever realize how I emphasize my B's sometimes?
like
Your
it.
boy in the building. But nah, you got the double B's, a black billionaire by Robert F. Smith. So he was a speaker at Morehouse.
Morehouse graduation.
Yeah, Morehouse
class of
graduation.
2019.
Yeah, so he told them that he gonna wipe off all their debts.
Whew.
I was like, all right, cool.
Woo. I said cool. You look a little mad about that.
I ain't mad. Shit, I don't got college debt.
little jealous.
Oh, the military paid my shit.
Hey.
I mean, I had to sacrifice a lot. But,
lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Lord.
Shout out to 21. But yeah, I had to sacrifice a lot. I mean, I'm not mad at it at all. The only thing I wish that he could have done was paid it, then told them.
Yes, that would have been a huge relief.
Yeah, so hold on, let me get my iPad real quick.
All right.
Kinda,
What about the facts?
to get the math on it, because I heard It's like 40 million.
40 mil?
Hold up.
That's a lot. I mean, I don't know how many, graduating students there were, but sheesh, you multiply that by whatever the tuition is, absolutely.
Yeah, hold on. Morehouse. Morehouse debt. Morehouse College. No, Robert Smith.
Yes, sir. Speak on it.
Let's see. Because I was listening somewhere, the math doesn't equate.
Uh-oh.
So it's like, hold on.
So they told them at the graduation that they are debt free or they're going to be debt free, because your word of choice means a whole lot. So if you want to tell me that I'm debt free before I go out here and spend all this money on drinks because I didn't graduate,
Exactly.
I need to know.
So before I kind of like really get into math of it, of this, the program is going to hopefully help 1,000 students. Hold on. Damn, how much did he pay? 5 billion. Okay, so look. He gifted nearly 400 grads.
400 grads. Okay. Do I need to bust on my calculator?
Do this math.
All right, hold on.
Because this shit don't even sound right
All right,
to
so
me.
400 students.
Yeah.
Okay.
400 students, right?
Yeah.
The debt is about 40 million.
Huh? How you jump from 400 to 40 million? What math am I supposed to do with that?
I don't even know. But so, see, this is the thing I was trying
But
to
he a billionaire with a B, right?
Yes, I understand that. He a black billionaire, you know? But like, yo, do the math on that. How you go from 400 students and the debt is 40 million?
Huh? Right.
Yeah.
Hold on, but 40 mil.
I ain't good at math. You got it.
So, that's not right. 10 bands, that's not no tuition at Morehouse. Nope, I don't believe it.
But you gotta...
We gotta find out what's Morgan... I said Morgan. Excuse me.
Damn, Baltimore.
I know, right? We need to find out what's Morehouse annual tuition. Then multiply that by 400.
But wouldn't it be their annual tuition, but also, like, everybody's... like?
But he was only doing 2019 class.
Yeah, I understand that. But I'm saying, like, okay, that class of 2019, for them to take loans out, it'd be at different rates, right? Because I could...
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also another factor is, like, yo, if it's at different rates, banks are expecting to get paid for the long haul. You think as an institution, as a bank institution, I want you to pay that off right now?
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
they make money off of revolving debt. That's how banks thrive.
Yeah, so for him to do that, is that really possible? What is, like, people
now, is it the better question would be, is there a penalty for paying it off early?
Yikes.
Because how banks work, they charge you so much interest, you didn't pay 2 tuitions, just like a mortgage.
Damn.
That's how mortgage rates work. You pay so much additional on interest. You done bought your house, and then you done bought the bank another house off of interest solely. So I'm pretty sure if...
Even with good credit?
Yeah. You're still going to have an interest rate. It may not be as high, but you're still going to have some type of interest rate because this is not your money. They need to make money off of it somehow. So if institutions work the same way...
So I brought my car times 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I am Jay-Z. So I'm
I like that. But no, if they work the same way, which I'm pretty sure they do because interest is interest, no. That's the biggest question right there. Do you have a penalty for paying it early? Because some banks don't want you to do that. They want to hinder you. They don't want to see you succeeding out here.
Yeah. So do you think it would help in the long run?
Help who? No, him, he could do a tax write-off.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but as far as who's it benefiting, the bank or the students? I mean, if it gets paid, that's the standing question.
Would you rather have debt?
Who wants that?
Or a good paying job? Because you know that's always the hardest for graduating college students. They get all this education, but quote unquote don't have this experience, and so they can't get a job.
And you know what's crazy? That right there. That is crazy. it's it baffles me. Like it's like a catch-22. Like, all right, I got the degree, but I don't got the experience. Or I don't have the experience. I have the experience, but I don't have the degree. Who gets hired?
I don't know.
Mm? Another let's put it into a different perspective. Let's put it in layman terms. So, for example, a bartender. You go to bartending school. You are going to be very precise about how you do things because you are fresh out of school, correct?
Correct.
All right. Now,
3 ounces, not 3.1. I might even give you 2.9.
So with me being a business owner and the clientele that I have, everything's pretty high and fast paced. I don't need you taking your time counting ounces. I need you to move. I need you to make the more people you serve, the more money we get.
Yeah.
They're not going to want to hire somebody fresh out of bartending school.
Unless it's a slow spot, yeah.
Unless it's a slow spot. But yes, but take that and put that into that same perspective. Granted, they're going to have to spend time teaching you. They're going to bring you in at a lower rate.
And you might work some shittier days.
Of course.
Yeah, you're going to work a good Tuesday night.
But as far as, you graduating, coming out of, what you studied these 4, 5, maybe 5, 6 years for, to start off doing admin work. And you have to gradually work your way up.
But that's even if you get the fucking job.
That's if. And that's it. And a lot, I don't have the statistics in front of me, but a lot of statistics show that people who graduate are not in the field in which they went to school for.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yes. That is truly devastating. Like, I've seen people who are in my industry right now who got degrees and are realtors. Like, not knocking them. I'm pretty sure they do something on the side, but they still went to another source for income.
Yeah.
Because what they pay all these thousands of dollars to go to school for, they're not even doing. Something to chew on, right?
Shit, yeah. Yeah, it really is. For those that don't know, those that do know, I got out the military. Mm-hmm. I'm in the transition of switching to another branch of service, bro. This civilian life, this shit ain't it. Y'all niggas are so damn cutthroat. Y'all are so damn cutthroat. So, I finally got the correct time frame on when I'm going to leave. So, I had my resume done up. All nice and jazzy. My shit fire.
This shit is fire.
My resume fire.
I'm going to see that.
Okay, I got you. I've been sending out all my stuff, doing cover letters.
And what you getting back?
No, unfortunately, we have filled this position. I'm like, bitch.
My thing is, have you gotten something that told you that you're overqualified?
Not yet. I only been doing entry level though, just because.
Okay. Just to play it safe.
Just to play it safe, but also it's like we said earlier. I mean, damn, I can't even say, like, I'm thinking about it, but I can't even tell these people, like, yo, I'm teachable.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And
like, I don't mind. Okay, yes, I have 9-10 years experience, but I don't mind learning from you, but also I don't mind putting out for you to learn to me at the end of the day. But like you said, as far as credit, all it is a piece of paper. Resume is just a piece of paper telling my story. So it's saying like, okay, damn, I'm giving myself so, like I said, this is so therapeutic. So I'm about to say some shit. So it's like, okay, yes, I have all experience and all of this and all that, right? Mm-hmm. But maybe as human resources, as they see it as, it's like, damn, he's been in this field for so long. Why is he trying to go entry level? Right. And we don't probably want to hire him just because it's like, you can't mold him at that point. He's probably already stuck in his ways, give or take.
Now, going into anything, they're going to teach you what they want you to know.
Exactly.
So, I mean, like, once they check your credentials on your paper, they see what you're working with. I feel like the main thing of a resume, they want to just check to see your longevity at places. They want to see if you bounce around.
Yeah.
They want to see, like, are are is he or she gonna be somebody worth investing in?
Yeah. 9 years in the Marine Corps, you can't tell me
That's
not an investment.
that's not loyal. That's dedication. That's
Yeah.
loyalty right there. So, and then, like I said, once you get to anywhere, they're gonna teach you what they require, what they want you to know anyway. Once they meet you and fill you out for you, then they can pretty much gauge it if they want to hire you or not. But just like you said, credit, paper, resume, they just want to see your consistency.
I had consistency, baby. I just need that shit there. I don't know, something to come up. I mean, I ain't worried about it. A little bit, yeah, but who isn't? But at the end of the day, I know something is going major going to come up. I can't put my finger on it. Might be something in DC.
Speaking into existence.
Yeah. So I mean, I apply every day.
Good.
Yeah. So consistency is just like I go to the gym. Mm-hmm. I apply for it. I wake up, cook a little breakfast, watch more.
My man's watching more.
Yup.
You the daddy.
Yup. Watch more, apply for jobs, go to the gym, and network about my business and stuff like that. So
that's good, as you should. But just like me on the other hand. So, but I guess you could say I am a dual career agent. Mm-hmm. I have a part-time job, which I do work. However, I hate it. I mean, I can't say I hate it. I tolerate it. I do it.
Keep pulling me up.
Here we go.
Hey.
So
shout out to the crown. That's enough. Damn, I get drunk.
I am trying to kill you, my bad.
This is why we always gotta get another bottle.
I'm a heavy pourer.
I'm a heavy drinker. Damn.
But
where's the balance?
Where's the balance? But I've been at my place of employment for 4 years. As you can see, I'm a loyal individual. However, my entrepreneurial spirit has taken over me to the point where I hate it all. And I don't even know, I don't know. Like, I just feel like my time could be put to something so much more. Like, to me, perfecting my craft. Being, doing what I love to do. Empowering the community. Educating others. So, that's just me.
Yeah,
but I'm not, like I said, I'm not knocking my 9 to 5ers. I salute both of y'all.
Yeah, don't knock them, man.
I came from a 9 to 5.
Exactly. I always say that. I thought about this earlier. It's like, I understand people that preach entrepreneurship, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, do they preach it because they feel as though they're a servant to, like, big companies?
Entrepreneurs?
No, the people that work 9 to 5, do entrepreneurs see people that work for big companies as like their servant to the big companies?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm always empower you to be your own boss.
Yeah. But are we always our own boss?
No.
Because even as an entrepreneur, you, like, as a realtor, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm trying to buy a home and I'm like, yo, I need you to come to this spot at 2 a.m.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, you're not?
First of all.
What if it's a luxury, big scale? No? Okay, nah, I don't know.
I'm not doing it.
Well, you have some people that probably do it, though.
If you are, you tripping.
Okay.
So, I'm not knocking it. But me, my cup looks a little dark. Anyway. Going into anything
dark. Well, that cup is dark.
Okay.
In general, I like that cup.
We're getting off topic, but I have business hours, just like Target, TJ Maxx, Walmart. I have business hours.
She did the whole risk and the flick thing on the side, like,
because I'm in business. From 8 a.m. If you text me before 8 a.m., you're not getting a response.
Mine is at 9.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. But see how my body and my life is set up. I wake up at 6:30. So 8 is acceptable. And after a certain point, I'm not responding back to you. I have showing times. You need to make an appointment 24 hours in advance if you want to see anything with me.
Boss.
Yes. I literally run my own business.
Yeah.
So, listen, we gotta make this work somehow, some way. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel as though you know, I guess entrepreneurs are. You said to the employees they're servants.
Do they look as like regular 9 to 5ers as servants to big companies? Like I'm a
Mm-mm.
servant to Amazon. I'm a servant
Yeah.
to Target.
No, I don't. I don't feel that way. Well, that's just me per se. I don't know how other
Uh,
entrepreneurs feel, but just like I said, I'm always encourage anybody to be their own boss. Cause if you find a hobby that you love, yo, make money from it.
yeah.
Make money. Do what you. And even if you don't, if it's a nonprofit or some type of volunteer service, if that feeds your soul, if that gets that fire, and you go and do it, it's not
Hmm.
necessarily about the money. Cause in life, it's not about us. It's about making other people's lives better.
Exactly, and that's what Miss Miss Cole said. Me and her discussed on the last podcast. I actually put the clip up. It was a quote
Mhm.
from Muhammad Ali.
Mhm.
It's like the price you paid to live on Earth is to
Mhm.
be a servant to others.
Yeah, I mean, I guess people will take that word servant in the wrong way, but not to get too biblical, but that's honestly why we're here. We're
Yeah,
here to, make service other people. Because if you think about it, any type of business that you're in, you're servicing someone.
yeah,
No matter, I can say I hate people all day long, but guess what? I'm gonna turn this frown upside down and I'm gonna make somebody else's day. Why? You know what? Because the transaction I'm gonna do with them is gonna pay me.
yeah. Me
So,
selling tank tops, goddamn. So do rags, bonnets,
hey,
pillows,
I like bonnets.
candy, um, all that stuff, cupcakes.
and guess how?
I'm detailing somebody's car.
And guess how you thrive?
Yeah,
Customer service and reviews. Because
exactly.
people gonna tell somebody, and that's how this cycle works. This world works. So absolutely not. I don't think it's people as servants now. And
Yeah.
have you seen the B movie? It was like a Pixar movie.
No,
It came
I
out
didn't
long.
see that.
All
Yeah.
right, have you seen Ants? Let's take it back.
Yeah, I seen
All right, so you
it.
seen
I'm that
Ants?
old.
Yeah, we that old.
Yeah.
So they have worker bees, and then they had well, I guess you can say ants. Ants like Z. Z wanted to explore. He didn't feel like he was a worker bee. He felt like he was more than that. So he went out into the world and he explored.
Mm.
There you go. Lessons early. You ain't even pay attention to it.
Damn. I need to pay attention. Y'all heard it from the Virgo Queen herself. A nigga need to pay attention. It's unpredictable thoughts. What else we got? Abortion. I thought it was kind of an old topic because
Woo!
it was the end of the month, but you said it
No,
was still relevant.
it's
So,
still alive and well.
um, I'm a male,
Yeah.
so woo.
You don't get to speak, sorry.
I don't get to speak. My only question to all the women, or not even women, or just society in general, is I understand that let's just say 25 men were
25 men.
voted.
Yeah.
My question to society is, yes, I understand 25 men voted, but why why is the real question raised of why don't we have at least half of those as women voted in that political forum?
They're not going to let women have a voice.
You can't say, you can't say on one hand, 25 men can't have a voice of a woman's body, but then when I ask you, like, why won't we have women in, they not going to allow it?
As far as Congress is concerned, as far as, politics
Women
as
popping
whole.
this year.
Yes, they
Last
are.
2 years, actually.
Absolutely.
Girl, they been popping. Let me tell you, they been popping all the damn time. But, but as far as the whole Me Too movement and just seeing women in different positions that have never been done before.
Women are powerful.
Yeah.
Women are so powerful. And, sorry, but men are inferior to that. So to dominate that, you're going to put out a poll or a law to tell me what I can do with my body as a woman?
My next question is, why the fuck did that even come on the table?
It was so much that came into play as far as, like rape is concerned. And I think that was the main thing of it all. Like
Ooh.
how, from what I
Because
heard,
it's in Alabama.
it is,
Yeah.
and it was just like, if someone gets raped, they have a certain time frame before they can go ahead and get an abortion. And I mean, like, that's a hard pill to swallow for any woman. I don't care, what age range you are. That's a hard pill for women to swallow. So the fact that you are banning this, one, that woman could resent that baby. That woman could, abuse that baby. She could do so much, like, mentally. She would not be in the right capacity to have that baby. So therefore, her getting rid of it would be the best option for her and that baby. And a lot of people don't know this, or if they do, there's a good 50-50 chance that you would die giving birth.
And I heard that's like prominent African American women.
Yes. So it's not about, just she's having she has to have the baby, or she has to deal with, the repercussions. But her life is at stake here. The baby's life is at stake here. Both of them could die.
Yeah.
There's more things that you have to take into consideration. Just the fact that, now I saw the video about, because the human fetus is not a human, it doesn't have the same rights. But because it is a woman and it's inside of her body, it's completely different. Which literally made no sense to me.
Yeah.
That made absolutely no sense to me. If you're telling me that something inside of me is its own person, that I do understand. But guess what? That person, source of life, is me. So therefore, I'm going to control and I'm going to dictate what I say happens. So if I make the choice to abort it and get rid of it, that is my choice.
I said this on past podcasts before. My only thing about abortion is, and we ain't about to go into the whole what if spectrum and all this other shit. I only stated, I said, if the man is in a woman's life, I personally feel as though that it has to be a group effort. It has to be a group decision for abortion.
So what if a woman was molested? Because this is honestly how this came about. What if she was molested? Then what?
Okay, I can't speak for that.
Exactly.
In
so
a
who gives them the
relationship-
right to let them know? She can't know.
But okay, we'll just say in that in the relationship of
Now this is a relationship. That's something different.
two people engaging in the sex. Two people engaging in the sex.
Okay.
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to keep it, she doesn't. I feel as though, hey, that abortion shit, like, that's the only realm. Like I said, with the whole what ifs, molesting and raping and all that, I can't even speak on that.
That's gonna be tough because.
But that one's tough. But I feel as though, like, if he's in her life,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
If you two willingly lay down and have sex with each other, you guys are already aware of, the consequences and the repercussions that's gonna happen.
I think they gotta come to terms somehow.
Absolutely. And then I feel, that is that child's father. So therefore, you aborting them, that's disrespectful. Like, you're not taking the other partner into consideration. Now, that's a whole different ballgame.
That's my body.
Okay, but I can't speak for every woman. But still, like, if that was her choice to abort it, that is her choice to abort it. At the end of the day, because she can sneak. She ain't got to tell you shit.
She don't. Let me say. Miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. I don't know why I did the Bone Thugs and Harmony, but I don't know. Like I said, that's my only time I think. I understand it's a woman's body, and I'm not taking nothing away from it. But if she's in a relationship with a male, and they both consent to each other to have sex, I personally feel as though it should be a decision between both parties.
That I'm in agreement with you.
Now, when it comes to all this
complete agreement with
other
you.
what ifs, like, well, what if he a broke ass nigga? I can't speak for that. Like,
well, honey, you chose to lay down with a
you let that nigga nut in you, so I can't even do all that shit. So, but just for that particular situation, that's the only one I'm speaking about. Now, once you talking about the whole rape, I'm like, okay, I can't even talk about that. Like,
now that, like I said, like I said, that's a whole mental thing. Like
Yeah.
that woman has to carry that child, knowing the traumatic experience she went through.
Because some women is like, yo, I'm gonna have this baby so it won't look like it tore me down. Like the rape incident won't look like it tore me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At what point do you sacrifice your mental health over strength?
But everybody's mental strength is different, you
That
know?
is very true.
So it's just like,
Oh,
yeah.
it's the whole world's in an uproar right now about it. But like I said, I think the main thing that they were stating is the time frame as well. Like that period of which you should abort the child. I mean, at 6 weeks, 8 weeks, you hear the heart. I guess you hear the heartbeat. I don't know. I've never been pregnant, but you know if you want to keep it or not.
Mm.
Cause it's starting to grow. Like, listen, you need to make a decision here and now.
See, like one of my questions was, do you think like this came about due to the fact of, I don't know if you ever seen like on Facebook. I mean, that's where we all get our news and shit.
Yeah,
from.
Facebook.
But it's like, enough children aren't being born.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, maybe those two had a correlation, like enough children not being born, so you kind of ban abortions.
And that I have heard. And that I have heard to, increase the population.
Correct.
That's a whole nother field.
Yeah.
I mean, like
it's unpredictable thoughts for a reason.
it's tough. Cause it's like, we don't really know. Like, I guess, you gotta take a lot into consideration. So like government, finances, crops, like that's a lot. So I guess if things aren't going the way life is supposed to go, or however the government has predicted it to go, and it's not enough people, I guess it's supply. I guess they are setting these rules and and regulations in for a reason.
Because if you kind of think about it, with society growing and like the internet being so prominent, some people are moving from these little ass towns.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, it was in Arkansas
Mm-hmm.
that started it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's starting this shit. So it's like, shit, they may not have farmers like that.
But see, those I consider rural areas. So people aren't really there. They're not like in metropolitan cities. They're not in like California. They're not.
Yeah,
in
but
New York.
I'm saying like the farmers, like.
What?
Right.
So what, the farmers is raping people now? What's going on?
No, I'm not saying the farmers raping people, but I'm saying just the fact of like, okay, if me and you a young farmer or whatnot, or if me and you a young farmer, we don't have kids. Hey, after we die, farm dead. Like
that's true, but when does it become the woman's responsibility to uphold all of that?
No, I ain't might get into all that shit.
See, you just started this. You just started it. I'm here to finish it.
Yeah, but I mean, it takes two parties to tango at the end of the
Absolutely.
day. Yeah.
So
I did my piece. You got
I did my. Yeah. Listen, and at this point, it seems as though the situation is unresolved. So we gonna go on to the next.
It is what it is. I mean, like I said, y'all know why I stand by. It's just that one piece when two people are consenting.
And I'm in agreement with you on that one. Like, if y'all a couple and, an unplanned pregnancy happens, talk that out.
Yeah.
Talk that out. Like,
shouldn't be no sneaky shit.
No. And, I heard some women trying to do some slick stuff with abortion money, but that's a whole nother topic.
Oh, God. I ain't shit. Fuck all that. I ain't even trying to go that route. Mr. Precautious. Hey, so speaking of abortion, we could kind of go with the reverse role in that, which would be male birth control. So, from my understanding, they kind of reversed that. Well, not reversed it. They got it approved.
Yeah, male birth control has been approved.
Yikes.
By the FDA?
Yeah, so I don't understand that, because my understanding from the human body is like, I just produced like 10,000 nuts, like right there. 10,000 pieces of sperm. Hold on.
What the hell?
I think I produced like another 10,000.
Okay. Did you just pause?
I just produced another one. But no, it's like we're always producing. So it's like, how do you stop? Now, 10,000 sounds a lot. I don't know the actual
Count, yeah.
but it's like, yo, we always producing a lot. So it's like, how do you stop that production?
First of all, that makes no.
So I'm shooting blanks.
That shit makes no sense to me. Okay.
Is my dick dry heaving?
So, as far as I'm gonna let you. So you understand how birth control works from a female's perspective? No.
Somewhat. Go
All right,
put me on game. Put our listeners on game.
Put you on game just a tad bit. Okay, so the birth control is, adding additional hormones into your body to make your body think that it's already pregnant. Oh yes.
Oh,
you don't understand what we go through. What? So with all that additional hormones, and then it's major forms. So you have pill, you have patch, you have the shot, you have IUD, which is something that goes into your uterus. Actually, they have some new shit that goes in your arm. It's a whole bunch. So
touch the uterus IUD.
So you have all these different forms of birth control that adds hormones into your body, which makes us emotional as hell. But whatever. So if your body already thinks it's pregnant because of all the hormones that's already in there, you will not get pregnant.
So y'all basically going through a pregnancy.
Pumping hormones for y'all.
Damn. So I could just spray it up. Spray the club up. Spray the club up, so nigga. Spray the club up. No.
That's disrespectful.
No.
She's not your personal Twinkie.
I understand that.
Okay.
It's a 3-6 song I had to... But damn, okay, I'm learning.
So for a male, that does not make sense to me. Because as women, we already have estrogen. Y'all have testosterone. So that doesn't make sense.
So will it produce more?
Then that defeats the purpose.
Well, it would decrease testosterone, but I heard if you decrease testosterone, does it turn into hormones?
Yeah, you turn to a bitch at that point. That makes no sense.
Hey, shout out to all my female dogs.
That makes no sense at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you trust it as like, yo, I took my pill a day? Like, you trust your guy saying that?
You trust your woman? All right, then. See that pause right there? That was enough. Nope.
My girlfriend, yeah.
That was enough right there.
No, my girlfriend, yeah.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
But no. I'm not trusting no nigga that tell, oh yeah, I took my pill today. Oh, for real? Here. Wrap that Jimmy up.
Man, nah. Condom sex different from that raw sex, dog. I can't go back. I can't go back. I can't. I've been holding out.
I can't go back.
Can't go back. But nah, so it's like, I wonder what effects does it give nowadays? Like, what would it do? Like, would it be like steroids? Like, would you kind of be angry all the time? Goddamn dick shrink up? Like,
I don't know what. Like I said, this is a new thing, so it's just getting approved. So I don't even know what type of side effects it offers. Like us, we go through mood swings, like weight gain, like things like that. Like our side effects are known. With male birth control, what is that? Like, what do y'all get from that?
It's unknown now due to the fact of...
So if the fact that the side effects are unknown, don't you take that as a red flag already?
I mean, nigga, I ain't say I'm gonna do it.
I know, but still.
Hey,
like, that shit's
I still
crazy.
trust my pull-out game. Fuck all that. I would trust that over a goddamn birth control pill. That's just my personal...
Over a female's birth control?
Over a male birth control.
Okay.
Female birth control, I trust.
Hell yeah, that shit's effective.
Exactly. But I mean, as time progresses, as time move on, it's going to become the norm. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure...
That shit ain't healthy.
By the time... whenever I have kids... I don't even know, but...
Listen, don't let nobody rush you.
Yeah. But whenever I have kids and they get older, that should probably be the norm by then.
True.
And then it's like... I be joking on that nigga like, you take goddamn birth control, nigga. But it wound up being the norm, so it's crazy how evolution works, because we see things as one, But then later on, things change.
They have so much in
We
store.
always gotta be teachable. That's the thing
They
about
have
life.
so much already that they like the flying cars and stuff, like all that stuff about like the future, like what we saw with Will Smith, our robot,
Hmm.
like all that stuff. It's happening. It's out.
Yeah,
They're just not releasing it because they know us as civilians, we can't mentally handle it.
it just be too much.
It is. Now, I'm woke.
Like that.
I'm woke.
It just be like I don't know if you ever seen that meme. Is like, yo, we don't have flying cars yet because y'all run out of gas. Y'all just drop.
I'm guilty because I just went to the gas station this morning. I was on, the little light was on for like 2 days. So I'm guilty of that.
Oh, you one of those? I know my car.
But still, like,
I'm the same way though.
it's a lot of stuff that's a whole nother topic. But like I said, they'll progressively release stuff like the robots that slide across the floor and clean and stuff. Like they have stuff like that out. Like
Shit probably been had that like since
but
2001.
they got robots teaching in China,
Mm-hmm.
like real life robots teaching in China. So imagine once all that technology and stuff makes its way over here. I'm pretty sure they have it already. Like look at Apple for an existence.
Oh, Amazon when they got the stores that you don't even have to pay. Well, you gotta pay, but
you don't have a car.
You don't
anymore.
have a car, yeah.
And they're trying to eliminate, like
it's only select areas though.
They're trying to eliminate like like theft and fraud and protect you against that. Like the new Apple Card that's coming out.
Oh yeah. Apple about to be booming. If y'all haven't invested in an Apple,
Lord.
the stock market, y'all stupid as hell. Like for real, I been did that shit.
But
and was it Adidas?
What about Adidas?
Beyonce
Oh.
did she deal with them?
Yeah, she was it. Who was it? Was it? I don't think it was Fila. It was somebody. She dropped them though, and she went with Adidas for her Ivy Park line.
Oh yeah. So once all y'all do that, hey, pay me my money.
Pay me my money.
Just like when Rihanna did Fenty.
Yes, Puma, come through.
Well, it was Puma with the shoe deal, but there's Hennessy, LVMH. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. I had to do my research.
Oh, I don't even know about that one.
Yeah. I be dropping jewels every now and then. Like, depending on how close she is to me, like, yo, stock market is really about trends. And if you understand trends, then you understand
and trends
stock
go up
market.
and down. We had that conversation earlier.
Yeah, we did. I mean, but you always got to know. Well, you ain't a male, but you always got to know when to pull out, so you good.
Y'all should see my face right now.
Yeah, so, I mean, when it get too good, hey, just pull out. You good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that
There
for
you
future reference.
There you go. Hey, that's all I say. My bad. I make you uncomfortable now.
Nah.
All right, cool.
Come on now.
She said, come on now. Speaking of comfortable, summertime.
Hey, what's happening?
Summertime vibes.
Uh-oh, sundress season.
Sundress season. Oh, I can't wait.
You can't wait.
I can't wait. Single for the summer.
Hey, now I ain't mad at you.
We high five?
We high five.
Oh, okay. Hey. I don't know. Like, it's the debate. Do you go single or do you go
I'm already single.
in a situationship or relationship for them vacations and
You want to look
vacations
cute
with
for the
them?
gram, your pictures, whatever.
I don't take pictures.
Me neither.
Because my thing is like, yo, if you're really enjoying something,
Yeah.
you forget about a lot of shit. You just soak in. That memory
That
is in
moment,
your brain.
yes, that I completely agree with. Now, if you want to do some personal documenting for you and your partner to look back on, absolutely, I'm all
do that,
for
yeah.
it. That I'm all for it. But as far as all that shit for Instagram, like, y'all can have all that.
Like I do the whole, like I got an old school Polaroid camera. It's right over here.
I like that.
Yeah, so
I like that.
Yeah, I do that. Shit,
Yeah, make a little scratch. Dude, I want to bring back so much old stuff that people don't do
man.
anymore. Like, I want to do the scrapbooks again.
Yeah.
Like the Polaroid. Like, I want to do stuff like that. Like, people don't do that.
You gotta write summer 2019.
right?
The bottom of the Polaroid. Yeah. Yo, people don't be realizing that because they always be trying to put all their happiness on social media.
And that's quick validation. Like, what the hell you do when that shit go? Like, a story lasts 24 hours.
But you could do the story, but also it's just like just posting in general. It's just one of those things to where it's like, yo, do you really smile when you see that picture on social media?
Mm-hmm.
I smile when like I go through my phone, like those pictures, because that's like the modern camera of today.
And what? But see,
so when I see myself in Cuba, niggas not even see me post a picture in Cuba.
That's lit.
Yeah.
That's lit.
So when I see myself in Cuba, I just be like, damn.
That's lit.
Nigga, I was in Cuba.
But just like I said, it's that a lot of people look for validation through social media, like
acceptance. Well, validation, acceptance.
But I had a friend of mine. He was like, his girlfriend was like, I'm a secret because you don't post me on social media. I'm like, what? What? That doesn't make sense to me. But listen, I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm a different breed.
Yeah.
That does not, define who I am as a woman or where I stand in your life. By you posting me on social media, that's something for the birds. Like that's for them.
Yeah.
That's no. What does that do for me?
Yeah.
That's for them. Like, oh, everybody need to know I'm with you. No, that's how everybody get up in your business. Because then when y'all get into a disagreement, here you go tweeting, oh, this, such and such, that. No, now everybody all up in your business.
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, if you going to put everything up.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, people don't know if you really about that whole life.
Huh?
If you really about that whole life, you will have motherfuckers as soon as you check into a city. Hey, I'm here.
Boom.
Like that. So I don't know. It could kind of get crazy. Like, yo, people just don't chase validation, because if you do, you're gonna wind yourself looking like Aisha Curry and just be chasing a lot of things
in
life. So it's just
we're not gonna hit her again.
Don't even do it at the end of the day, because it's like you're really not happy. Because if you're really happy, the people that he take you around, i.e. his parents, his close friends,
they matter.
Or vice versa.
Yes. They matter.
They matter.
Those are the ones. Because at the end of the day, if this your person, this who you plan to be with, those closest to him matter. Not social media.
In person. Because mind you, there are some trifling ass people to where as soon as you post you in a relationship, or okay, like from a male's perspective, I've had this in the past, like way back then. As soon as I posted, like, yo, I've settled down, this my such and such, blase. Mm-hmm. It was women that I've tried, wasn't giving me the time of day, but as soon as I had that shit, had a relationship, oh, what's up? You trying to beat these guts? I'm like,
oh,
where was you at before then? Where was you at before then? I'm gonna be faithful, but damn.
I don't know what it is, but women want what other women have. I don't know why. That has.
I'm gonna have this conversation with my homeboy. I think it's happiness.
Okay. So you see another chick happy and you want what she got? You want her happiness?
Yeah.
That's dumb as
I can't.
That's dumb.
Like I said, I think I don't know if that's the fact, but that's what I think thus far in life as I get older and kind of realize certain things.
I don't know, man. Like, if I see, I'm gonna see it as inspiration. I ain't gonna look at it as desperation. I'm gonna see it as inspiration. Like, okay, cool. Like, I aspire, me and my spouse to be like that one day. Not like, oh, I'm going to go get him because I see how he treat her. Like, nah, shorty, you bugging. No,
yeah, exactly.
Find your own.
That's why I kind of, always talk about the people that always, post like Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London's like
Shout
their
out the
interaction.
Nip. The marathon continues.
Shout out to them and
Shout
shout out
out
to
the
Net. The
Nip.
marathon continues the long run.
Yes.
Remind you to have longevity in anything, you got to put the work in. So when we do see Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London on the public platform showing their affection, their love to each other, and
That's
their
genuine.
general interest, you have to realize the amount of work that was done behind closed doors.
Yep.
Like, yes, Nipsey Hussle either tweeted or he said, he was like, yeah, I don't do anything without my girl. Well, I don't make no moves without my girl. Mind you, when they first got together, he was doing shit without her.
Yeah.
We got to realize that they've grown to a point to where they don't.
Yep.
But the conversation was had. I'm pretty sure disagreements, arguments was had
Had taken place.
But mind you, that shit was closed doors.
Yeah.
You have to go through some shit to strive through some shit. I'm dropping bars.
Hey.
Me.
Because it was a period that, they broke up.
Yeah, people don't want to realize that point.
But it was brief. It was brief, and they was right back
Is it
at
brief
it.
because of how we viewed it, or was it brief because of what actually happened?
No, because of what actually happened. They took a break. Yeah. It was publicly out there that they had separated. Yeah. And that they were going to co-parent and so on and so forth.
I forgot they even had a child.
Yeah, baby Cross. Yeah. But they got it back together. And she rode. And she been rode for her man.
Yeah, but like I said, it's the conversations that's had behind closed doors of genuinely understanding each other.
And shit falls apart when what happens? Miscommunication.
The family feuds. At the end of the day. Summertime vibe.
Hey.
Sundresses. Yo, what's the other dress you was talking about that like come all the way down to the thing, but it's like a body contour?
The bodycon dress.
Bodycon?
Yeah, bodycon.
Bodycon?
Yes.
I thought that was some like
bodycon dress.
Little sex just shit.
What?
I don't know. It's bodycon. That's what it sounds like to me.
It does. But no, it's just it's comfortable. It's easy. You got strapless. I have a strapless. You have with the straps on. You got spaghetti straps. And it kind of reminds you of just like, how a beater is, how it's form fitting. Just imagine it as a dress.
That
different
so
colors.
Sexy.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was called. I knew sundress, of course. Sundress season.
Sundresses is, I'm not going to say they played out, but
it depends.
Bodycons is where it's at. It shows everything.
Bodycon.
Show the ass, pow. Show the hips, wow. There you go.
Ooh. I can't wait to see those. I think one of my summer goals, of course, if you know me, you know your boy like to travel. Your boy like to travel. So, of course, with me being out here in Baltimore a little longer, shit, I really don't know Baltimore. Like, I left at 18, so it's like 18 to 28. What do I really know? Nothing. But if you like, yo, what is they do in the land? Italy, Hawaii, Florida, certain parts of Florida. Oh, I could tell you all day because I've been out there. But here, I really don't. But I will be exploring more. Well, trying to explore more. Trying to get some peoples come kick it with your boy and do some shit like that. Hey. So we talking about festivals. We talking about like the hidden gems.
In Baltimore.
Yeah.
That's a lot here.
It is a lot of hidden gems. I've been doing my research, writing them down.
Just a lot here. So, I don't know, like, listen, we can go from breakfast, we can go to lunch, we can go to the clubs, the day parties. There's a lot in Baltimore to do. But everybody slight Baltimore because, they focus on the negatives, but we are very, very artistic and we are very, very creative. And like North Avenue, like that whole district, that's the art district. That's where Micah is, located. It's a lot that goes on. Like Pride is coming up soon, so that's where
Speak on it. You said something about Pride earlier. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like not to disrespect, but it was just like
like Baltimore's Gay Pride.
Yeah,
it's gonna be June.
Because I always heard Pride Parade. So
yeah,
you just said
it's
Pride.
the 15th I think the 15th through the 16th that weekend. So it's like it's a lot that happens. Like they have a parade. It's funny they got something called a high heel race. So like drag queens racing high heels.
Oh
Like
wow.
it's fun. Like it's celebratory. You have parents there. That's supporting their gay child. Like it's a lot. There's so much to do in Baltimore, but they only want to focus on the negative. And
Yeah, all the shooting. The
yeah,
shootings kind of got me shut. Well, they got me paranoid as fuck. I can't lie.
I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God.
Yeah.
I'm not paranoid.
I guess the shooting at the mall kind of got me. That's the one that really. Oh, you didn't hear about that one, huh?
That didn't pop up on my app.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one that really got me. So I was like, oh no, let me get the burner.
Where was that?
I'm gonna say Arundel.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of all places?
Exactly. You know it ain't gonna happen at Mondawmin because Mondawmin is the richest mall. So.
Nice.
Yeah. So. But yeah, we doing festivals this year, baby, and we doing networking events.
Yes, I got so many. I got them they lined up.
Oh, you gotta put me on. I'm trying to.
Oh, absolutely. It's one on the Spirit of Baltimore. I think you would like it. They take a nice little boat cruise.
Okay,
yeah.
I had something planned. Damn. Yeah, Spirit of Baltimore. Yeah. When is that? Put me on. Let's talk about it right now. You look drunk, but. Okay.
So it's the Baltimore Chamber of Commerce.
That's the crowd I'm used to being around.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay, there we go.
So they host
That's where your big connections is.
Yeah,
Shout out to White Boy Rick.
I went last year, and they sent me an invitation again this year.
Oh, it's invitation only? You can take a +1?
I can. Look at you.
Hey,
but no, it's fun. Like they have a guest speaker. They feed you. They give you a drink. And it's just nice, and you network. And I actually met a restaurant owner from one. So the connections are worth it. So it's just, and believe it or not, I find a lot of events on Facebook. Yeah,
See, I still be getting a lot of Georgia events.
No, that's one too.
I mean, yeah, of course, but I want to kind of get my events to the area or whatnot, because I do want to explore Baltimore and get all.
We're gonna have to do a tour. We're gonna have to do something like that. Just like pick a few different spots and just hit it, go and document.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that and see if we can get a group of people to go.
Okay.
I don't know that many people. I ain't gonna lie, that's why I noticed, like, coming back home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know a lot.
Too many people, it's too many problems. It's mixing.
It's that and not the, like, you kind of grow out of people in a sense.
Absolutely. I'm in total agreement with you on that one.
So it's like, yeah, you may find me solo dolo at the Dragon. I go once a week.
I know. Because every time I'm there, I see you there.
Yeah, I go there once a week. So it's like, and normally that's like my solitude area where I go. Like
the Dragon?
Yeah.
Okay.
As of right now, but no, mind you, I could always go to a bar and write up a whole podcast on what I want to talk about.
True.
Like
I
in
get
detail.
I get it. It makes sense. That's your you time. So I get it.
And I trade stocks and all that shit at the bar. So it's just like, it's just crazy for me on some of the shit I do. But I mean, as of right now, like, the Dragon just like a go-to just because.
Shout out to the Golden Dragon.
Hey, shout out to the Golden Dragon.
Liberty Road. Hey.
2 drinks and you done for the night.
Done.
A drink and a half, you catch the right bartender, you're done.
Listen, we ain't even gonna go there.
Yeah, but I could go there real quick. I mean, I don't know a lot of bars out here. Goddamn, Slurp McGirt.
I know the straw came out my.
Yeah, I just don't know a lot of go-to bars out here. So it's just like, let me just go to something I know.
We can find a few.
All right.
Cool.
I know Bar Louie. I like that vibe. You know they do brunch. Oh, you can drink mimosas.
I like mimosas.
Why you scratch your head like that?
I mean, I like Bar Louie, but It's just a hit or miss place.
Oh, I don't know. I ain't been there time and time again. But summertime vibes. You single for the summer? Sundress season, bodycon.
Hey, all the dresses out, my ladies.
Hey,
Please, shape your legs, get your toes done.
exactly.
That good stuff.
We don't want to see no little Hawaiian islands on your toenails.
What?
No.
Everybody know for the summer, it's white toes only.
What? When did that become a thing?
Like forever. White toes only.
Why? What's
It's just so clean. It's sexy. It's crisp. It's simple. You ain't gotta do it. You ain't gotta do much. Just.
I used to like French manicures.
Ugh. I get it. Whatever.
Like back then when I was like 25.
Yeah.
It's just as long as you keep your feet done.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't even matter to me.
Nah, it's just white toes all day. Sorry.
I never really understood it. I was like, okay, do it. They done. White toes.
Circle that in the butt.
Yeah. Juneteenth. Do we got enough time to talk about it?
Do we? Where we at?
125. Light. We'll go light.
Okay. So, I know some about it as far as, like the abolishment of slavery, but if you have more info, please enlighten me.
Okay, so the info is September, I want to say 1862, Abraham Lincoln produced a proclamation.
A proclamation.
A proclamation. What's the fucking words?
A proclamation.
A proclamation.
Mm-hmm.
Approximation.
We need to Google this. It's the. Hold on.
I can't say certain words.
That's okay. I know. Hold on.
So he produced a document to release slaves. I want to say September 1862, give or take-ish.
All right, so I'm gonna just read what they have on.
I could get my drunk history fact.
The Emancipation
Proclamation.
There we go. There we go.
September 1862.
Emancipation.
Right?
Yes. All right.
So this is what happened. So it was basically the free slaves at border states.
Mm-hmm.
But so that would include like Maryland.
Yes.
Right?
Maryland
because,
being one of those states.
Mason-Dixon line, right?
Yep.
So I want to say like most of the states down south agreed to that shit, but Texas.
Shout out Texas.
Yeah, so June 19th, 1865, it was a general that rolled down there and was like, look, dog, y'all free.
Yes.
And niggas was like, what?
What? They didn't understand.
Like, yo, nigga, y'all been free like 2.5 years prior.
They're not gonna get no. They're not gonna tell you that. They want to keep you where you are.
So, like, then that's when June 19th hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, once we get into so this goes back into like our kind of like woke conversation, right?
Yeah.
So, it was based out in Texas or like surrounding
Austin,
down
Texas.
south. Yeah.
Yep.
So Texas, right?
Uh-huh.
So I was having a conversation earlier. It was basically saying like, well, some people come to you like, oh, you don't know about June 19th, you should be ashamed of yourself type shit. That's the type of vibe that they give out, right?
Right.
But it's like, well, bitch, what if my family isn't from Texas?
You just got so aggressive.
Like, honestly. Like, yo, what if my family isn't from Texas? So it's like, yo, what if my family's from Virginia? Yeah. And we fucking got a slavery 2 years prior? Like, does that really represent us?
True.
As society, yes, it represents the black community.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it represents the black community that was free later on, which was in southern states. Like, way, way, way southern states.
Right. I mean, like, because of, everyone uses ignorance differently, but because of their lack of knowledge, they didn't know.
Yeah, understandable. So it's not like the Emancipation Proclamation came out and it was on the fucking Instagram post. Like you could fucking hashtag like it was on the shade room or some
Yeah.
shit like that. You could hashtag the shit.
And then you would know.
Yeah, so
But
I would
no.
understand.
So I mean, like, even though it was at a later
It's my
date.
last cut. Can you put me that?
There you go. Even though it was at a later date,
2.5 years later.
a way later date.
Yeah.
Like, granted, I've been need some major reparations. I'm like, oh, y'all help me out. Y'all help me out for 2 extra years. But granted, it happened, and the best thing you can do is just, you know, once you get to that point, just go with it, move on from it, like learn,
What do
grow
you mean?
from it. Like, if once you realize, granted, you found out later than everybody else, at this point you are free.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like you've been enslaved for that long. What more do you know? Like you've been doing that shit since the womb.
Birth, yeah.
So how do you really? What do you know is free at that point?
That's true. And
Especially,
of course they don't want you educated. So it's not
exactly.
like they're not going to teach you, you know, what is life outside of, you know, working for them. But, you know, they don't have the same mindsets of how we do now.
Exactly.
So it's not like they can like, oh, I'm going to go start this or I'm going to do that. But the skills and the trades that they learned while working for these people, like, apply it to themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure that some did, but some stayed back.
Yeah,
because
that's all they knew and they was comfortable.
It was that, but also, like, people don't realize, was it a GDP, gross domestic product or whatnot? Mm-hmm. The North put pressure on the South to like, yo, you need to produce this work so niggas can get this bread, flip this, crack that, flip that again, times 2, you know.
But, and then also, you know, some people had good
slave owners. Yeah, so it's like,
they
what else I'm gonna do?
Loyal,
They
right?
leave?
Right, they were loyal, so
yeah.
they stayed. So I mean, like, hey, it was probably various reasons as to why, but we're here today.
Yeah,
and we're thankful for it.
So do we celebrate June 19th or do we celebrate the original date, Anticipation Proclamation? Emancipation Proclamation.
Listen, as far as the eyes can see, everybody's been celebrating June 19th. So I don't see it changing.
Yeah.
Because granted, some found out later than others. So June 19th. But I do have a person who is very, very, very educated in that area.
Yeah.
So I could definitely link you to it.
Oh yeah, we can get him on the podcast. Let's talk. I got a third mic.
Hey.
Yeah, we could get him or her before June 19th.
It's a she.
Oh shit.
Shout out to EJ.
EJ?
It's EJ.
Oh, EJ. Shout out to her. We can get her on and kind of talk about it, and I kind of throw some questions out.
Yep.
Let her be a historian.
She got a whole civil wrongs. She has a clothing line. She does something called Be Civil Battles. It's real pro-black.
Let's
for
get
the community.
On. We gotta get on. Yeah, so we're gonna cut this Emancipation Proclamation conversation, June 19th conversation, just because we want to have her on. And
absolutely.
Is she from out here?
She from here, absolutely.
She stay out here?
Yes.
Oh shit, yeah.
She holds battles and everything here. She's so for the community.
I love history, and I love to challenge it too.
Okay.
So yeah, let's get on.
All right. While he's sipping.
Yeah, well I'm sipping. But we're gonna close this podcast out, y'all. Like I said earlier, we have Maiya in the building.
Hey.
My new co-host.
Thank you. Like I said, thank you so much, y'all, for, you know, I guess the chemistry that we have, the vibe that we have, the people love it. So, you know, thank you for inviting me back. I have an awesome time here.
Sure, thank you for coming on. Shit, niggas be bluffing too much.
There you go.
Yeah, they do. So, I don't know how often we're gonna try to do an episode, like once every 2 weeks, once a week. Give it to you. I know you have a very busy schedule in the relative to life and personal life. So.
Life is rough.
Yeah, life is rough.
Life is rough.
I don't know how often we're going to give it to the people, but we're going to give it to the people.
We're going to give it to the people.
Yeah, we're going to give it to the people. We could give it to the people. So, but, You got anything to close out with? Shout out your social media.
All right, we're gonna shout out what's my Instagram. Oh my gosh, I am the designing agent with the underscore at the end. So that's the designing agent with the underscore at the end. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, I am Maiya Weston. That is my name. Weston spelled like Weston. And that's it.
That's a. Do I got anything to plug in?
Keep that same energy.
Oh, keep that same energy. Shit, yeah, thank you. Keep that same energy. Tank tops. Them
Summertime.
bitches running out, so y'all might want to cop these shits like ASAP.
And you still giving away the Lupus pens? Or you all out?
I got a couple.
Got a couple left, y'all. Support.
Yeah,
Lupus
support.
awareness.
What else? I'm probably do a Father's Day sale, or I'll probably do a Father's Day sale for the month of June. Curl caps coming out. I'm still waiting on them shits.
Hey,
Yeah.
our naturalistas out here.
Yeah, so for all my naturalistas and my natural curl queens
Hey.
out here, y'all should see them. But other than that, yo, just check out the website. For I'm kind of getting a little tipsy and kind of getting a little drunk, so I'm gonna just close this out before I start stuttering too much. But yo, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Unpredictable Thoughts Podcast. Your boy Trouble's in the building.
We got Miss Maiya Weston here.
Oh,
Woo.
peace.